Hey guys, it's Kavar here. Welcome to my channel, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you guys how I achieve the no makeup look. If you think that's something you guys would be interested in, then just keep on watching. So to start off, I'm going to be using the NYX micro pencil, and I'm just going to be using that to fill in any sparse areas on my face. So that being my chin, my mustache, just anywhere where I see any sparse hairs, I'm just going to use it to fill it in. Next, I'm going to be going in with the NYX Brow Glue, and I really love this product because it gives my brows a really nice hold, and I like to start off just by completely saturating my brows with the gel, and then I just love to just take a spoolie and just comb my brows up into like an upward direction and just give my brows a really nice wolfy effect. So next, I'm going to start prepping my skin for the makeup, and for that I'm going to be using the Purity Made Simple Moisturizer, and I really love this moisturizer because it's nice and lightweight, and it just gives me a really good dewy base for my foundation. Next, I'm going to be using the MAC Strobe Cream in the shade Goldlite, and I'm just rubbing that on the high points of my face to really make sure that the glow for this makeup look shines through. And for foundation, I'm just going in with the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop foundation in the shade Sienna. And I really love this foundation because it's a nice medium coverage. It's not too full, so you can still see a little bit of your imperfections peeking through, but it's definitely buildable. And I just love the way it just sits on the skin, and it just looks actually pretty skin-like. And it's not too matte too, because I have pretty normal to combination skin, and this does really well. For my brush, I'm also using the Huda Beauty buffing brush, and I love it because it blends like a dream and it just gets the makeup on perfectly. Alright, now that my base is finished, I'm going to be moving on to cream contour, and for that I'm going to be using the MAC Studio Fix Conceal and Correct palette. And for that, I'm just dipping into the shade NW55, and I'm just using that on the tops of my forehead and just drawing an upward sweep motion on my temples and just down my jawline where I know my face has a natural contour. For my nose contour, I like to start from the bottom of my brows with a tiny brush, and I just like to sweep it in a downward motion on my nose, and also just take the cream contour and place it anywhere where I want to create shadow. In this case, I want my nose to look a bit more lifted, so I just take some cream contour underneath my nose. Afterwards, I'm going to be using my NYX sponge, and I'm just going to be using that to blend all of the cream contour that we just applied to the face. This particular product is a little bit harder to blend, so I suggest to anybody who plans to use this cream contour after this video, just make sure that your beauty sponge is really nice and damp and you're blending in an upward motion just to make sure that the product is really seeping in with the rest of the foundation and the products that you've laid down previously. Next, I'm going to be going in with liquid highlight, and for that I'm using the Rare Beauty in the shade Outshine, and I'm just taking that on the tops of my cheekbone and the tops of my brow bone, and I like doing this step before I do the rest of my makeup just to make sure that I have this really nice glow from within kind of shine without making it look too harsh. Next, I'm going to be going in with concealer, and for that I'm going to be using the Charlotte Tilbury in the shade 8. And I'm just taking that along the sides of my nose, and just basically I like to do this just to help my contour thin my nose out just a little bit, and I like to bring it up just in an upward motion along my eyes, just to make my face look a little bit more lifted, and just, as I said before, bring that dimension back into the face. That's what concealer does as well. Once everything's sharpened up with my nose, I like to go in with my concealer and just take it underneath my cheekbones and just further emphasize the contour that we placed earlier. And then afterwards, I like to take my Sephora number 71 brush and just lightly pat the concealer in underneath my eyes. I really love the Charlotte Tilbury concealer because it just gives such a natural finish, and it's good for anyone who's looking to get into makeup and they really are looking for something that has a really natural finish. I think Charlotte Tilbury is really the way to go. Just to make sure that everything's nicely blended and there's no harsh lines, I like to go in with my beauty sponge and just make sure that I just blend everything in. And like I said earlier, we want to take the beauty sponge just to make sure that we're just really fusing together the foundation that we laid in, the cream contour, and just so that everything just blends seamlessly on the skin. Once we have everything all blended out, I'm going to be moving on to cream blush, and the cream blush that I'm using today is the shade Daiquiri Dip by Fenty Beauty. I really love this blush because of the color. It just gives you such a nice bronze to the face. And I'm just going to be warming it up with my fingers and rubbing it in a circular motion on my cheeks. For me, blush is a really important step in my makeup routine because it just really helps to bring color back into your face and just give your face just a bit of a lift. And because when we apply foundation really covers up, or even a tinted moisturizer at that, it really covers up what our skin does naturally, whether that's blushing, turning red, and blushes just help bring the color in back into your skin and make your skin look really alive. Once my blush has been lightly dabbed in with my fingers, I like to just go over it just lightly with my beauty sponge just to make sure everything's settled in really nicely. Next, I'm going to be moving on to bronzer, and for that I'm going to be using the Fenty Beauty in the shade Caramel Cutie. I'm just going to be taking that and applying it all in the areas where I had originally placed my cream contour. And yeah, basically this is going to act as a powder that will set our cream contour into place and last all day. And I just really love this product because it just gives me the most natural looking bronze. Along with setting the bronzer along the perimeter of my face, I like to take it just down the bridge of my nose just to set the contour on the nose and just give my nose a bit of a bronze as well. Now to finish off the look, I'm going to be going back in with my NYX micro pencil and I'm going to start shaping my brows. How I like to do this is basically just take the brow pencil along the sides of my nose and basically draw a guideline and just do upward flicks just to fill in any sparse areas that I may have in my brows. Now by doing this, it just prevents me from making my brows look really harsh and just making them look pretty much as natural as possible. Alright guys, that concludes this video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.